And Taiwan's opposition has made a failed bid to impeach President Lai Ching-te, this after the lawmakers failed to garner a minimum number of votes that were required to pass the motion. The legislators from the Kuomintang and Taiwan People's Party launched impeachment proceedings after Lai refused to sign a revenue-sharing bill passed by the parliament. The 56 lawmakers voted in favor of Lai's impeachment, while 50 lawmakers voted against the impeachment. The number of votes, in fact, went below the minimum two-thirds of the 113 seats that were required to pass the motion. The main point of contention between Lai's government and the opposition has been on defense spending. Both the Kuomintang and the TPP rejected the government's $40 billion spending on critical weapons. And this includes the U.S. arms and domestically procured drones and other munitions. However, after months of political wrangling, the opposition parties agreed for a defense spending of around $25 billion for purchasing U.S. arms alone. Furthermore, opposition lawmakers have called Lai a dictator, while both sides have accused each other of violating the island's constitution since May 2024. The Lai and his Democratic Progressive Party have been locked in a pretty bitter conflict with the two opposition parties. The Taiwanese premier has also accused China of being the root cause of instability in the region, and China has claimed that Taiwan is part of its territory and has threatened to seize it by force if needed. And with all this, the U.S. House of Representatives Speaker and Republican Mike Johnson has reaffirmed congressional support for Taiwan, saying that the country and all freedom-loving people have a stake in preventing China from seizing Taiwan by force. In an interview with Fox News, Johnson said that China simply cannot go take over land. He also added that the U.S. is going to stand strong and resolute. And the statement has come after the U.S. President Trump wrapped up his high-stakes visit to China. And TVBS's correspondent Dimitri Briss has been tracking the story very closely for us and has sent us this report from Taipei. Listen in.
Taiwan's president is caught in a squeeze. Pressure is coming from all sides as he marks his second year in office this week. Opposition parties failed this morning to impeach Lai Ching-te for refusing to enact an amendment passed by Parliament. But the real pressure is coming from across the Pacific. President Trump just wrapped a summit in Beijing, calling a pending $14 billion arms package a very good negotiating chip. That rattled nerves in Taipei. Taiwan's envoy in Washington, Alexander Hui, pushed back on CBS, saying the island doesn't want war, just the right to maintain its sovereignty and way of life. Other officials echoed that message, insisting U.S. policy on Taiwan hasn't changed. U.S. House Speaker Mike Johnson tried to reassure Taiwan, saying Congress will stand firm. Two Republican senators are even drafting a bill to impose immediate sanctions on China if it tries to invade. The collision course is clear. Trump wants leverage. China wants Taiwan, and Taipei wants guarantees. Something's got to give. This is Dimitri Briss in Taipei for TVBS World Taiwan.
For all the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.